Okay, you've probably seen this little trick before, right? You take a piece of paper, you blow over the top, and poof, it rises. And this is what everyone uses to explain how a massive airplane can fly.
But come on, does that really seem right to you? A little puff of air on some flimsy paper is supposed to explain how a 400-ton jumbo jet loaded with people and cargo gets off the ground. The scale of it just feels impossible.
And frankly, I didn't buy it either. As an engineer, a little party trick isn't enough for me. I need to see the actual mechanics, the real numbers. So let's do this together. Let's break down the actual physics and see if this popular explanation really holds up.
To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to go back to the core principle at play here. We're talking about a fundamental rule for how all fluids behave. And yeah, in physics, the air all around us absolutely counts as a fluid.
This takes us way back, all the way to 1738, to a brilliant mathematician named Daniel Bernoulli. He's the guy who figured out that there's this really elegant, inverse relationship between how fast a fluid is moving and the pressure it exerts.
So here it is, the golden rule you need to remember. It's super simple. Fast-moving air creates low pressure, slow-moving air creates high pressure. Think of it like a crowded hallway. If everyone's just shuffling along slowly, they're bumping into the walls a lot, right? That's high sideways pressure. But if everyone starts sprinting, all their energy is focused forward. They're not bumping into the walls nearly as much. That's low sideways pressure.
Okay, so we've got this rule, fast air, low pressure. But how do we actually use that? Well, this is where engineering comes in. We take that basic rule of physics and we apply it to the very specific, very deliberate shape of an airplane's wing, what's known as an airfoil.
Now, the key here is that an airfoil is not symmetrical. It's designed this way on purpose. The top surface has a curve to it, which creates a longer path for the air to travel over. Meanwhile, the bottom surface is pretty much flat, giving the air a much shorter, more direct path.
So imagine this. A stream of air hits the front of the wing and splits in two. Now, the air that goes over the top has a longer race to run to meet up with the air at the back. To do that, it has to speed up. The air underneath, it's got the shortcut, so it can move slower. And what did we just learn? Faster air on top means lower pressure, and slower air on the bottom means higher pressure. Suddenly, we have a pressure difference.
And here's the aha moment. Physics tells us that high pressure always wants to move toward low pressure. So that big pocket of slow, high-pressure air under the wing is constantly pushing upwards, trying to get to that low-pressure zone above it. And that powerful upward push, well, that's the force we call lift.
All right, that all sounds pretty solid in theory. But a good engineer always tests the theory. If this principle really works, we should be able to flip the whole idea on its head and see it work in reverse.
Which leads to a really fun question. What would happen if we just flipped that wing upside down? Instead of an upward force, would it create a downward force? Well, as it turns out, we have a perfect high-stakes example of this in the real world.
Just look at a Formula One race car. Their wings are literally upside-down airplane wings. The curved surface is on the bottom. This makes the air under the car speed up, creating a powerful low-pressure zone that sucks the car down onto the track. It's called downforce, and it's what lets them take corners at insane speeds. It's the exact same principle, just engineered for the exact opposite result. It's beautiful.
You know, you can even see this in your own bathroom. Ever wonder why the shower curtain always seems to attack you? It's because the fast-moving water from the shower head drags air along with it, creating a stream of fast, low-pressure air inside the shower. The still, high-pressure air in the rest of the bathroom then pushes the curtain in to fill that void. Yep, that's Bernoulli's principle, right there in your shower.
So the physics is solid. We see it with F1 cars, we see it with shower curtains. It works. But this brings us right back to my original skepticism. How does this tiny pressure difference have enough oomph to get a 400-ton behemoth off the ground?
The answer lies in the one huge variable we haven't really talked about yet. Absolutely immense speed. A jumbo jet isn't just sitting there waiting for a gentle breeze. For takeoff, that machine is hurtling down a runway at around 180 miles per hour.
And that, right there, is the missing piece of the puzzle. That's the secret sauce. Lift isn't just about the pressure difference on its own. It's that small difference, magnified by incredible velocity, acting over the huge surface area of the wings. A tiny bit of upward push on every single square inch becomes a colossal, world-lifting force when you multiply it by that kind of speed.
So in the end, my skepticism was totally resolved. It's not magic, and it's not just a cute little paper trick. It's pure physics, applied at a truly awesome scale. That piece of paper and that 400-ton jet fly for the exact same reason. The only real difference is the massive amplification that comes from speed and size.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? If a simple curved shape can harness this much incredible power from the air we just walked through, what other invisible forces are we shaping, controlling, and engineering around every single day without even realizing it?